So if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that there is a lack of love in your life. Somehow, you're noticing, Either you don't think your family loves you enough, or your friends, or you don't have a partner, or you don't love yourself enough, or your pet hates you, whatever it is. So the problem is we feel like no one loves us. That's the external problem that we're noticing. However, what we need to understand is that people are mirrors. Any way that you feel like you're not being loved is the same way that you're not loving yourself. And because people come in our life to wake us up, they are mirrors. Any external manifestation of lack of love is just it's just shouting at you to examine your internal crevices which remain barren. You're sitting on all the love, assurance, and safety and magic that you're seeking outside. um so essentially, like, let me give you an example. Let's say, no one of the ways to be loved is to be appreciated. Let's say you constantly feel underappreciated. You feel like everyone just kind of takes what you do for them on like granted. No one really notices how much effort you're putting, and then chances are 100 out of 100 that you're also not doing that for yourself. If when you finish a task, do you tell yourself good job? When you do something nice for yourself, do you appreciate it? When you do something nice for others, do you tell yourself, hey, that was a great thing? No. Because here's the thing, if you loved yourself in a manner that you also appreciated yourself, what would essentially happen is that, you know, in an external world, either people will reflect back to you, or if they do not, you will express it to them because you'll bring it up. Hey, this seems off to me. Because you'll feel secure enough to do that because you already have that internal container. Half of it is just filled by you appreciating yourself. So the dissonance is too high. It would not have come to this place where everyone in your life is not appreciating you. You would have clocked that quicker and you would have expressed it and remedied it. Either way, these people started noticing and appreciating more, or you would have set a boundary. Hey man, this doesn't work for me. And then essentially you would attract, it would open space for people who would appreciate you. But all of that comes from you starting to appreciate yourself and loving yourself. So then you know what the texture of being loved is. So then when it's not outside, you can remedy it. You can say, make space for yourself, advocate for yourself. But that's the thing. What we need to realize is that any external way that you are not being loved, you need to look in. It's a mirror. Everyone's just showing you how you are. Everyone's just kind of a mirror of you, and at the core of it, there's just no separation. We all are the same, and everyone's just, you know you're meeting just people and mirrors to get to know how you're not loving yourself, how you're so not just yourself, how you're just separate from love in general. And people, bring that up, and then they show you the crevices where love is barren. So what you do now is you start pouring in love there. The point of life is to just see all the ways that we are separate from love, or have further strain away from it, and just keep coming back to it. And these people are just mirrors showing you that. So anytime in life you see a big lack of love, um, you need to ask yourself, well, what's happening for me internally? Where am I not loving myself? And what you'll find is that you genuinely do have all the love you seek. You just need to start giving it to yourself in the ways that you're not receiving it externally. And honestly, when you start doing that, you might also notice that, you know what, there might be love in your life just as it is right now, but you're too blind to see it because you're consumed by the pain of it not being there. And then the pain might not even be external. Actually, it might just be, you might be feeling the lack of love that you have for yourself and projecting it externally. Like, if you don't appreciate yourself, if other people are not doing it, um in a way, like, you feel empty because it's not making for the lack of love that you have for yourself. So even if they might be appreciating you in some way, it might feel like not enough, and you might be projecting that lack onto them. So it's quite complex, and the thing is, it just needs to start internally. You need to start loving yourself, and then in the ways, in the textures that you find it missing externally. And then what you're going to notice is, a Either you'll notice that the love has all been there all along and you had been just too consumed by your internal crevices and the pain of separation from love to even notice and appreciate and receive it, or that you will start taking actions towards receiving such love. You'll start asking for it, you'll start setting boundaries with people who consistently are not, not loving to you. So yeah, anytime you in life you don't feel loved in any sort of a way, that's lovely. It's a great opportunity to see how you have not been loving yourself, and just remedying that. So people are mirrors, thank them. And let's all get back to love, because I guess that's the whole point.